Welcome back to Legislative Report. I'm State Representative Rosemary Brown, and I'm here with Representative Mario Scavello, and we are now joined by Jim Fareri, President of the Board of DES, and also Susan Folk, still back from Executive Director of DES. So we're returning back to our conversation that we were having about the history of DES and all the wonderful things that they provide to the community. So we're trying to figure out here, and we know you have a lot of background.
Yeah, let me, if you don't mind, I want to go a little bit onto that background.
He was waiting for this.
No, only because I know Jim a long time. You know, he's probably he is one of the better attorneys in the county, very busy attorney, and to find the time, and you know that he really believes in what you do here and what happens here, for him to donate his time and his name to the community. And I know I go back with Jim back in the early '90s. Actually, it might have been the late '80s. And he said, "Who is that guy from New York?" Because I used to go to some of the borough meetings. He's the attorney. He's the solicitor for the borough of Mount Pocono since the late '80s. Correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, so a long time. And now he's the alternate solicitor for the county.
That's correct.
And I believe you do something else. You do at the prison board.
Do the prison board for Monroe County and some other municipal work as well.
Yeah. So you have a full plate, and to take the time to help it really tells something about your character. Well, the fact that you know, because this is an organization that really does some good things here. Well,
thank you very much for those nice words. I have been on the board. I believe I came on the board in the early 1990s, and I've been president, I think, for probably 15 or so years. I've been president. And early on in my tenure, I developed a special interest in trying to find a permanent home for the agency. And how that came about was that the agency, when I became first on the board, was in a building down on Lower Main Street in Stroudsburg. They had all kinds of difficulties with the physical plant, and the heat didn't work right, the carpet was coming up off the floor, the roof leaked. So I interested the board at that time in beginning a search for a property for us to purchase so we'd have a permanent home, so we wouldn't have problems with dealing with landlords and all those types of issues that you have when you rent a property. And we engaged in a search that lasted a lot longer than any of us really wanted to have it last. We went up a lot of blind alleys, and as you probably know, for a program like this, I mean, there is a zoning issues that you have to satisfy, and that really constricts the amount of property that's available. And then we looked during the real estate boom years in the county where we were competing with commercial uses for the same property. So we had some, as I said, we had some blind alleys, but we did luckily happen upon the property that we're sitting in now, which, as I'm sure you know, is longtime Monroe County residents. This was Sebring's Powerhouse. I remember bringing my lawnmower here to get fixed and buying lawnmowers here many times. And when we purchased it, it had been closed. It was no longer in operation. And we did renovations, substantial renovations. We were fortunate enough to get some very nice donations from members of the community. And we moved in here this past summer, and we're absolutely delighted to be here.